Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how you can set up a customer prepayment in Dynamics 365. Prepayments are also known as cash in advance. Let's say that in our case we're a manufacturer and we want to be able to issue an invoice to a customer for a prepayment. And we also want to collect a payment prior to the goods being shipped. In this demo, I will first give you a high-level overview of the transaction flow, then walk you through the setup, and last, take you through a transaction in the system. Hey guys, so before I jump into the system, I did want to give you a high-level overview as to how this transaction will flow. So first you're going to create your sales order. What is different here is you're going to add two additional lines, one with sales category prepayment and one with sales category deductions. And for deductions, make sure your quantity is -1. Then you're going to confirm your sales order as usual, but here I would recommend removing the prepayment and deduction lines and leaving only your item. And that this is just so that it's not visible when you send this confirmation to the customer. Then you can proceed to generate the prepayment invoice. Here you want to delete your item and your deductions, leaving only your prepayment line. At that point, you can collect the payment from your customer and you can post it as well. Then we have our usual step, which is the pick, pack, and ship. Here we're going to generate your picking list, then process a picking list registration. Then you can proceed to post your packing slip. When you post your packing slip, I would recommend removing the line that has the deduction. So from there, you can generate your final invoice, and this will be for your item and your deductions line. So the total for that invoice should be 0. All right, guys, so let me walk you through in the system as to how you can do this. First, I wanted to show you what you need to set up. And the first thing you need to do is go to Sales and Marketing, Setup, Categories, Sales Categories. And in here, you're going to create two additional items here, the deductions and the prepayment. So very easy. You just add those two. There's really not much to it. Then you're going to go to Cost Management, Ledger Integration, Policy Setups, and then Posting. So here what you want to do is go to Revenue, and you are going to add here the line Category, Prepayment, and you're going to choose a main account. So here I chose, review the details. Here I chose Customer Deposit, which it's a liability account, but you can call it something else. It could be a cash advance or customer advances, customer cash advances. But yeah, you got to make sure you choose your right account there for when you collect the prepayment. And that same account is going to be set up here for the deductions. So just make sure you have those two there. And really, that's all the setup that you need to do. So now we can create our sales order. So go to Accounts Receivable, Customers, All Customers. Here I am using the demo data. I'm going to choose Forest Wholesales. New sales order. And I'm going to choose my item. I'm going to choose this D0003 speaker. And then here what you want to do is just make sure your site has been filled in, your price. Then I'm going to add another line. And here instead of item, I'm going to choose sales category and prepayment. quantity 1, price $2.20. Here I can add another line. This is going to be my deductions. And then here, as I said before, make sure this is a negative quantity and the same price. We'll save. Then in the Sell tab, we can go ahead and confirm the sales order. Now here, this is optional, but maybe we want to remove those 2 lines so those don't print with the confirmation. Just say OK. Okay, so now we're going to generate our invoice just for the prepayment, right? So I am just going to leave the prepayment here. Click OK. Okay, so one thing you can do is go to Journals, Invoice, and here's our invoice. If you're a finance person, you probably want to see the voucher and you want to know what is posting. So just click on Voucher. And as you can see, we have a debit to accounts receivable and a credit to that liability account, which is customer deposits. So now what we can do is go to accounts receivable and payments, customer payment journal, new, customer payment, click on lines, account for his wholesales, and it's going to be this last invoice here that we posted. So we have a credit here, have a check number, and I will go ahead and post. So after you post, you can view the voucher and you can see that the bank account has been debited and the accounts receivable domestic have been credited. So now let's go back here to our sales order. And the next thing we want to do is the pick, pack, and ship. So first you're going to generate the picking list. Then we're going to do the picking list registration. Select your item, functions, update selected. So here's your item, D0003. And I'll just save that, close. We can now post our packing slip. So there, once again, this is optional, but I would remove these deductions when you print this. Just leave the speakers. So here's our packing slip, and we have a voucher as well. So we can see that we're debiting deferred cost of goods sold and crediting finished goods inventory. So now that we have shipped the goods, we are able to generate our final invoice. So just go here to generate invoice. And you should have your two lines, your speakers and your deductions. And that should net a 0. Click OK. So now you can view your invoice journals. And that $725 is the one for the prepayment. We already reviewed that. We will be reviewing the second invoice here for $0. And as you can see, here's the information. You can view the voucher if you want to see the transactions. But basically, we are reversing the customer deposit, which is a liability, and we're actually crediting product sales. And your cost of goods sold will also update from deferred to actual. Hey guys, so that concludes this demo. Please leave your comments down below and see you next time.